Hello guys, welcome back. Today is 90th day of our 100 days of challenge of Adobe. Yeah, only 10 days remaining guys. So let's get started for today's work. So here we are in After Effects. As you can see, our video underwater sea effect. So let's get started. First I'm going to close all this composition to get some space. So let's just create a new composition, name it as main, 1920 by 1080, 30 frame rate, time 6 seconds. Okay, now create a new solid. Let's make it 2000 by 2000. Let's make it black. Okay, I forgot to rename. Let's rename it as fractal. Okay, now search for, before we can do one thing, just right click, pre-compose, leave all attributes. Let's rename it as floor. Okay, fine. Now open it. Let's rename it as floor. Come to floor composition, select the black solid, let's rename it as fractal. Yep. Now search for fractal, noise and effect, apply it, select the fractal type to dynamic progressive, invert it, come to transform. Let's make the transform greater than 60 and lower than 80. Let's make it 75. Same for the subsetting. Let's increase the subscaling up to 70. Same greater than 60 and lower than 80. Now let's animate it. Hold Alt, click on evolution and type time multiply by 200. Let's make it 200. You know what the expression means, we have used it before. On each second it will increase the value by 20. As you can see, on first second it is 200, on second it is 400, means 360, one revolution plus 40. So let's animate same the position. We are going to move it in y-axis. So add keyframe on offset turbulence on first. Now come to 1 second and let's make it 1400. But we need it all your composition. You can see it's just 1 second. So we are going to loop it using another equation. You can use the same time equation but on the y-axis, which we have done in our previous videos, but here I am using other expression. Hold Alt, click on offset turbulence, type loop out bracket inverted comma and type offset inverted comma again and complete, close the bracket. Now you can see we have a nice looping animation. Now come back to main, select your floor, make it 3D, press X, hold, click on the X axis, press W for rotation, click on X axis, hold shift and drag it to snap it on 90 degrees. Now press V. So let's do one thing, drag it below here. So let's make it smoother. You can see we have hard edges here. Select the floor composition, double click on this evolution. Okay, let's just scale it first because it is too small. Scale it bigger, greater than 250, like this. Let's scale it on y-axis also, just like this, and let's just drag it back on y-axis just to get some depth, like this. Now select your floor composition, double click on the ellipse tool. Now open your mask properties, make the mask expansion minus 280, like this, and increase the mask feather to 450. Let's just drag it forward in y-axis. Now you can see we have nice faded edges. So let's just do one thing, select the floor, duplicate it, right click on this one, top one, right click, pre-compose, move all attributes and make it as top. Okay, now you can see before doing that, select the floor, here open the top, select the floor and drag it on the top like this. We can drag it more in y-axis. Now come back to your main. Now you can see we have top and lower both. Let's just drag it something more on top like this. Now create a new solid, let's name it as color. Don't forget to make it at composition size. Select something bluish shade which is like underwater like this, hit OK, drag it below the top and make it blending mode to soft light. Yeah, now you can see we have this soft light. So let's just apply vector blur to get some organic look. Select CC vector blur, drag it on the floor. Let's make the amount 10. Now you can see we have something organic look like here. So let's just animate our sky. Before doing that, let's add camera 50 mm. Okay. Now come back to project, drag your clouds below here. Also don't forget to make them 3D, drag them on Z depth like this. Don't forget to scale them on whole composition, drag it on top where your top area is going to be and just place it wherever you want. Now select them, right click, pre-compose, move all attributes, rename it as clouds. Okay. If you press C to get camera rotation tool, you can see only our ground is 3D, not the top both, because they are in composition. So what you have to do, just collapse their transformation and now you can see we have all of the things 3D. Now select the clouds, go to track matte and let's make it alpha matte top. Now you can see we have this type of clouds just there. Now select the clouds, go to effects and presets and search for glass, CC glass, apply it on the clouds, go to surface, select the bump map to top. Let's make the softness to 10, height to 50 and displacement greater than 450. Come to shading, reduce the metal to 0% and you can keep all of the other values as it is. You can see here I have some black clouds, I don't need them, so let's just scale them like this. Now you can see I have get rid of them here. Okay, then now time to add light rays. Select your top, duplicate it, make visible. Now let's just isolate it because it takes too much GPU. Actually my After Effects crashed 3 times while doing it. Nowadays, because my hard drive is full, because I have stored all of my 100 days data, records, videos, raw footages, all, that's why. So select the top, search for radial blur, apply CC radial blur on it, select the type to fading zoom. Firstly drag the center on top here and let's just increase the value greater than 125. Let's just try 135. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. It takes too much GPU. Let's make it auto first. You can just decrease the quality by here. Let's make it 20 for now. Okay, too much zeros added. Let's make it, keep it 50 for now. Now search for levels. As you can see the light rays are too white, so add levels, apply it on top of radial blur. Let's get all of the points, drag your black point to here, same the white point to here. Now you can see we have some of the sharp edges. This is before, this is after. Some of the sharp edges, you can get more of them. Perfect. Now add tint effect because we need to some of like sun rays, so let's make it little bit yellowish. just like this. We can decrease its tint to 70. Fine. Now let's just de-isolate it and select its blending mode to add. Now you can see we have this nice looking sun rays. Only the remaining thing is here is adjustment layer, color correction, final step. Rename it as color correction. Now search for curves, apply it here, decrease the shadows, increase the midtones just little bit like this. Now you can see it's looking fine, but it's adding too much saturation, so let's just desaturate it by adding tint again below here. Just let's make the tint to 20. Now you can see we have some desaturated image. Let's just try 30. Yeah, a little bit nice. You can see we have some desaturated image. Let's add now vignette effect to it. You can just duplicate this color correction, rename it as vignette, select the vignette, just delete the tint on it, reset the curves and drag it on from this center like this. Midtones make some black. Select your ellipse tool, select vignette and add a mask on it like this, and let's make the mask inverted. Open the mask properties, increase the feather and decrease the mask, increase the mask expansion. Now you can see we have this cool looking vignette effect. Let's just decrease the feather, it's too much. Yep, now you can see we have this vignette effect. Same of my composition, same effect. As you can see, both are looking same, just the value matters. Let's make both fit to composition. You can see same, just the color are different just a little bit. This is little bit more darker and this is just little bit more lighter. Other all things are same. I have just added my logo and applied, pre-composed it, my logo, and I have just applied wave effect to it. As you can see, I have applied wave effect, and to make it look 3D I have applied bevel alpha, nothing more, and just animated, make it 3D and animated it on Z depth to take it forward. So guys, that's it for today. Hope you have enjoyed to create this cool looking underwater effect. So don't forget to like the video. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe the channel. So let's meet tomorrow again. Till then, stay safe, take care and keep watching the channel.